I'm Anna Rozevsky-Saavedra.
My name is Morgan Polikoff. The purpose of this study is to understand Americans' views on current complex issues in education. In this study, we surveyed about civics education and about free speech and DEI issues on college campuses.
Overall, adults voiced strong support for students learning about civic education topics and through various learning activities. Notably, since spring 2021, Republican support for civics education learning has increased.
We surveyed Americans about their views on DEI on college campuses, and what we found was that a lot of people don't have strong feelings. We did find support for some DEI-related activities more than others, for instance, requiring some DEI training. And we found strong opposition to certain kinds of DEI activities, especially among Republicans. For instance, with 47% of Republicans saying that it's never appropriate for colleges to require DEI-related coursework versus just 10% of Democrats saying that.
Adults demonstrated strong support for students learning about multiple perspectives, with 79% supporting students learning to debate topics from a position opposite to their own point of view, and 84% thinking that it's important to learn to evaluate different viewpoints.
We asked about Americans' views on free speech on college campuses, and we found that overall Americans are not very supportive of free speech in a variety of ways. For instance, 60 to 80% of respondents say that they never agree that it's appropriate for students to do things like shout down speakers they disagree with or disrupt campus graduation ceremonies and protest. In contrast, university actions to tamp down on free speech were supported by more Americans.
A majority of respondents believe teaching about racism is important, with 93% of Democrats supporting and 58% of Republicans, up from 54% in 2021.
In these fraught political times, our findings underscore that Americans are sharply divided on free speech and DEI issues on college campuses, with Republicans especially opposed to the inclusion of DEI in university activities and also more opposed to various forms of student protest.
One key takeaway is strong public support for civics education, which substantiates investments in education to prepare students for the rights and responsibilities of U.S. citizenship.